Hi, my best friend Woongjin Lee, who is the CEO of Couple.net, is the best matchmaking manager that I know. For 30 years, he's helped over 30,000 couples get married. He's like a god in matchmaking. WJ Woongjin Lee once told me that a marriage for Koreans is like sharing a bed with 6 people. I couldn't understand what that meant, but now I know, especially if you lived in Korea for a long time. I'm starting to understand more and more what that means. Korean family members are very strongly bonded. Unlike in America, where children are super independent, similar to myself. After we become 18 years old, then we grow out and we try to be on our own. That's not like that here in Korea. Even after 20, they still continue to stay home with their parents. They get the supervision, they get support from their mother and fathers. It's totally not the same as it is abroad. The average cost for Koreans is around $300,000 to $500,000 if you're in your 20s. So there's no way that these young people have that type of money. So more than 50% of marriages in Korea alone usually cost over 300 to 500,000, and that's mainly covered by the parents. So the life savings from the parents are given to the children for their marriage and their children. So the parents usually give the money to their children, and that's usually saved up for their grandchildren as well. So the children usually pass it off their life savings to their children as well. So this type of care is passed down to the next generation, to the next generation, to the next generation, and so on. Most Korean elderly parents are being taken care of by their Korean children. Although there are elder centers, as we call in America, senior homes. But if there is still even only one child, then that one child still takes care of their family, their parents, I should say. But if there's more than one child in the family, then usually children would take turns taking care of their family until that individual passes away. At least 30 years ago, even if you meet someone that you fell in love with, and even if you have babies, they're also taken care of by the grandparents. And then you have to deal with the fact that over the times, things change. But you still don't know the person that you're dating unless you introduce them to your grandparents. So this is a tradition of Korean heritage. I'll rephrase it a little bit. So when you meet someone and you start dating, you usually bring them home so the mother and father can approve of them. And then from that point on, then you have their blessing. And if they love you and they welcome you to the family, then by all means, they want you to get married and they support you fully. Not only you, but you and your children and your children's children, and so on, so on, so on. Now, of course, there's always pros and cons. The close relationship sometimes causes troubles between father-in-law and son-in-law, or even daughter-in-law and mother-in-law. But when they get to try to know each other at the business, it becomes too much, and sometimes a divorce of couples. So, once again, I'll tell you, sometimes it's similar to America. You have your in-laws, you have your extended family. But in Korea, it's very strict. When you come into a family, the mother-in-law or the father-in-law loves to know more about you as a person. Sometimes it becomes too much as a foreigner. They want to know about your personal life. They want to know about your business. They want to know about your finances. And for you, that may be a little bit too much. And that sometimes leads to divorce. So you should prepare yourself mentally and make sure this is the step you want to take, because it is a great support system, but at the same time, it could be a little bit of stress when you get into the point of marriage and into a new family. So like this, the relationship of Korean families starts from the cradle to the grave. And now I personally can understand why marriage is like sharing a bed with 6 people. It is like couple sharing with both sides' parents. So yes, long story short, coming into a Korean family, you're definitely going to be treated like a prized possession. So you can expect to feel full of joy, so many gifts given to you, so much love and support because they only care. It's not they're trying to take over your life, it's just they're just trying to show their support like only they know how. So that's my feeling, and WJ also agrees with me on this. And I'm thankful for being a part of this wonderful country and the relationships that they offer. And I'm hoping that soon you will be able to experience your marriage when you find a right match for you. Thank you for listening, and we hope that you contact us soon. Bye bye.